Welcome to the Forum Watch, DK Vine's own topic review, hosted by Scrap69 and some other member who I can't remember. Listen to the Forum Watch or else I'll kill you. I'll slaughter or shoot you, whatever will suit you. Maybe I'll frame you, or maybe I'll make
Welcome to the Forum Watch. I'm your host, Scrap69, and joining me today is MFWolfe, Mametchi, and Mr. Hyle Russell. How you lads going, eh?
I don't know who should talk first, me? I'm doing fantastic, Scraps. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. What about you, Mametchi?
Well, I don't want to go on a tangent or anything, but, this past week's been pretty good for me. I went to Disneyland and all, and, if I would talk about that, then, I could probably spend hours about that. And I mean,
goodness, you're always going to a theme park, aren't you, Mametchi?
Well, I'm really into theme parks.
Life's a theme park when you're Mametchi.
That's right. And the voice you just heard there was Mr. Hyle Russell. You probably don't know who he is. He's from some obscure rubbish show. Obviously not as good as the Forum Watch.
Yeah, obviously. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like, seriously, 15 minutes ago, Scrap sent me a message. Hey, do you want to record in the Forum Watch? And because I've been drinking, I said, yeah, sure. And here I am.
Oh, so you had like a thimble of whiskey?
Yeah, no, actually, it's rubbing alcohol. I have an infected cut, so I was, rubbing it, and the fumes of which inebriated me. So here I am.
Oh yeah, there you go. So, oh right. Oh wait. We've got another We've got another member joining in right now. How's it going, Donkey Konga 2?
Oh yeah, pretty good. Hey Hyle, what are you doing? Not sucking my cock.
Hi, Donkey Konga 2. How you doing?
Yeah, doing well. All right, let's get this show started. Scraps, let's. Oh, what do you want, Hyle?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'll see you later tonight. As usual at 1 a.m.
Yeah, let's get them whips and sex swing going.
I do love a good sex swing, you know. I make sure to buy American though. I try to support the local economy. You know, you want to buy your sex swings from local farmers because you know.
You guys.
They're hurting the most. What with Monsanto and all, you know.
Yeah, I just bought a new sex swing. It should be coming through an Amazon drone pretty soon. I'm glad they do drones now because if I had to rely on like a regular human to deliver my sex swing, I don't think I'd ever feel at home with that. I'd never really recover from someone knowing that I have a sex swing.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, you expect me to talk? No, I was just agreeing. I mean, the thing about a sex swing is you can always like pass it off as, oh, I have back problems and this is for my back, or this is some sort of chiropractic device, but you don't actually have to advertise that it's a swing for screwing around. So
Well, after a while, a sex swing would probably be the reason that your back starts hurting. I mean,
I wouldn't know, but okay, yeah, sure.
Mametchi, do you have any sex swing related anecdotes, Mametchi?
No, I do not, unfortunately. But
Well, let's move on. So as you lads know, you can call the Forum Watch on 1281-410-KONG, or you can send your audio to q@dkvineforumwatch.com. Now, we've got about 4 calls, but 3 of them are for Saf. And although we've got 4 people currently on the episode, we don't have Saf, so we can really only do the 1 call. So, do you lads want to have a listen?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, the Forum Watch. It's I, Doomkong, and I have returned from where I have gone. Today, I must ask of you, Scrap69 and some other member, what do you think about the end? Yes,
the end of the DK Vine forms, if it would be destroyed, what would you do with your life after DK Vine forms is shut down? I have adapted without the DK Vine forms myself. I still return to send grave warnings every once in a while, but what would we do without DK Vine? I would never have a home, and even though I am gone, I'm still with you guys until the very end of the road. Also, I have a grave warning to share today. The Playtonic Kickstarter. It was predicted today by some guy from the Netherlands that earthquake was going to happen at 4 p.m. Pacific time. However, I have another theory. On the final day of the Kickstarter for Playtonic Games, Yooka-Laylee, a massive earthquake will happen that will sink the island of Britain. It will be gone forever and ever. This is because I have concluded that we have Playtonic plates, and that is very similar to how Playtonic Games is spelled, and this cannot be a coincidence. It is a message from God, a message from the gods that we the DK Vine fandom, are so prejudiced that we will never receive another game because the world is against us. But we must warn Playtonic Games. Tell them to move out of Britain. Goodbye to Scrap 69 and some other member. But I love you all. Goodbye.
So the question is, what would you do with your life if the DK Vine forums is shut down?
What? Okay, well, why would they be shut down? First of all, like, what does that imply about Chad and I? Like, what happened to us?
You made Elvis and Slick Monty 2.
Yeah, but I don't think we would shut down the. Like, we're in it for the long haul at this point. Like, we are blood bonded to DK Vine.
I don't think it would mean like a shutdown that. Well, I think if it would be shut down, it would be some kind of something must have happened. Like I don't know. Chad would. I don't know. You guys don't have the funds to support the forum anymore for some unknown reason or something.
Hey, that's what the Silverbacker program is for, and that's where I'm more than happy to take advantage to get onto the conversation.
Well, as Doomkong just said, he predicted that a massive earthquake will happen at the end of the Yooka-Laylee Kickstarter. Well, it's quite a bit after that now, and it hasn't happened, so maybe the forum is invincible. Maybe the forum just won't ever go away.
All right, but let's add the hypothetical. Let's suppose that after a while, Rareware falls into obscurity again. No one is making Donkey Kong games. Nintendo gets shut down, so their IP is lost in time. And Chad and Hyle do in fact lose faith with the system, and so does everyone else. You don't have a Mark or a David to fund the DK Vine anymore. What would you lads be doing? And I reckon if that was the case, I'd probably still be on the Donkey Kong Country Atlas forums, continuing my. I'll probably restart doing my DKC.
Wait, so DK Vine crumbles to the ground, but DKC Atlas is still going strong? No offense to DKC Atlas, they're great people. It just, come on. I mean.
No. Well, if you think about it, maps don't really deteriorate, and that's exactly what DKC Atlas is. Whereas the DK Vine is more a collection of pop culture, and
No.
it's held by a thread of
Wait,
that sort of,
maps don't
material.
deteriorate. Have you ever heard of kudzu scraps? Like, you can't get rid of that. It just, you tear it down, it just grows back. That's the ultimate
What is
vine.
it?
It's a vine.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
If you're calling them maps, then we are a vine. So you cannot get rid of us.
Okay, let's suppose DKC Atlas is gone.
You can't. Maps are forever. You already established that maps don't deteriorate.
Diamonds are forever. I learned that from James Bond.
Diamonds are nice, but maps are forever.
Blood diamonds are forever. Always stick 'em up your ass, Hyle.
Yeah, that's true. Donkey Konga 2 does like to stick diamonds in my ass.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of chocolate diamonds? That's where they come from.
Ooh, ooh, there you go. All right. So I'll be playing video games or probably living actual life, and probably join Ashley Madison. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd be doing, but I was only originally part of DK Vine less than 4 months ago, so I kind of have a memory of that time, and I believe I was having sex, and I'm not now. So that probably, I'd maybe be able to do that more.
You're blaming DK Vine for your newfound impotence or sexual dry spell?
Oh yeah, it's definitely funding my re-virginization.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can have it. You can have it all. You know, it's not like a situation where a mother has to choose between a child and a career. You can have it all at DK Vine.
I've been told. I haven't seen too many examples, but I've been told.
You know, I just got engaged this week. I mean, it.
Whoa, really?
Congrats,
Yeah,
Hyle.
I'm just saying, like, you can have that balance. It exists. There's nothing about DK Vine that says ye shall not get laid.
Shut the fuck up about DK Vine. You got engaged? Congratulations, man.
Well, that's the, look. Congratulate me when I beat Donkey Konga 2. All right.
Yeah, let's keep the priorities in order.
Yeah, you're never gonna do that, bitch.
People get engaged every day, but who has beaten Donkey Konga 2? I mean, really beaten it.
You know what? I actually tried to beat Donkey Konga 2, and the thing is that with Donkey Konga 2 is that I can't enjoy the music, for one thing.
No.
Like
The music's
I love rhythm
atrocious.
games. I could just play Rhythm Heaven for hours, for instance. But the thing is that game has, good music, and Donkey Konga is just a bunch of crappy covers.
Oh, come on, man.
Boy.
Donkey Konga 1 had Rock Lobster in it, so come on. Be easy.
Look, I like giving you lads an earful as well as a good full mouthful.
Right. Okay. Well, that's why I'm never going to try Donkey Konga 2 then, huh?
well, for Scraps, you would have a different music set than we would because each region had a different playlist on Donkey Konga games. So I think North America got the absolute worst in both iterations.
Japan got the worst.
Yeah.
Japan totally got the worst. It's not
Really?
even
'Cause
comparable.
At least Japan had more video game music in it, so,
Japanese version had Katamari on the Rocks.
I'm not going to pretend to like that song.
Look, I reckon
That's freaking amazing.
a lot of Aussies would embrace Donkey Konga 2 if they had their classic songs like, do you come from the land down under, where women grow and men chunder?
You've also got, what is it, Midnight Oil?
Yeah, that's right. Fuck, what's their music? Oh, fuck! Yeah, Midnight Oil with Peter Garrett. You know he's in politics, that rock star? He's
I
part
heard.
of later.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. His wacky dance moves. So, Mametchi, I'm assuming you'll just visit theme parks.
well, in all seriousness, this is actually reminding me of, like, before I found the DK Vine forums. I actually used to visit another obsessive stupid fan community.
No way.
It was a blog called Waluigi Issues or something.
No.
Wait, really? That's a thing?
And that was known for being just overanalyzing all the little details in Mario games.
Yeah, we love that site. Yeah, that site was great. That was the one Mario site we actually formed a friendship with back in the day.
Right. And it's just one day it just disappeared. no one ever knew what happened, besides for the fact that apparently the owner of the site just gave up with it for some reason. And it's funny. I found DK Vine when I just searched into Google what happened to Waluigi issues, and one of the former writers for that site was a DK Vine member. So,
do you remember their handle, their tag?
No. One thing I remember is that they have. I think they had. What's his name? Rambi. Yeah. As their neon.
Oh, Reed? That could be Reed.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
Reed.
So,
yeah, well, he's quite a talented writer. He writes on the forum. He writes these read views.
Reviews? How clever.
Yeah, he writes read views of different games. And I remember, I think he was playing Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie about 3 years ago. And yeah, he's always entertaining to watch. But I'm surprised there's not really a Waluigi game. How does a Waluigi thing work?
Well, there's Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix.
And that's it? That's
kinda.
I guess it's more like bringing attention to the more obscure parts of the Mario universe. And I still like to do that. In my personal headcanon, I do believe that Donkey Kong Island is in the Mushroom Kingdom. That's just my personal headcanon.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, everybody's entitled to their own personal canon. You know, I'm fine with that. It's not like DK Vine's doctrine. It's not like we try to force it on people. We just present our own opinions. You know.
No, you shove it in their mouths. You're like, you eat this shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been pretty vocal about disagreeing with a lot of the more traditional DK Vine standpoints as well. So I think it's great to have a dissenting opinion once in a while.
Well, it's not really dissenting. It's just that, this is just what I believe.
Well, I mean, it is dissenting. That's what dissenting is.
I'm pretty sure Waluigi. What was it? Waluigi-ish. What Waluigi-ish is? What? How do you pronounce that? That site.
I don't know. I think the owner was a German.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure they just got gobbled up by the Mario Wiki behemoth, where no other Mario sites can stand but Mario.
I don't
Wiki.
think. I think it had more to do with like I don't remember much from it, but I kept reading, the gossip that apparently the owner of the site, gave it up for some reason. I have to research that.
Couldn't he have just done a Silver Waluigi thing? I
think it was a block spot blog for one thing too.
Ah, right. Well, that's just silly. I mean, it's kind of like you've got a dedicated fan base. Why you could just leave it inactive instead of just killing it, Right. So that way, the history of the Waluigi could continue and perhaps inspire others to open their own Waluigi-ish shenanigans. Hey.
I'm sorry. Before we move on, I was just looking up Waluigi issues, and I found an article, a forum post about it, and people were asking, so I guess it's the last place for Mario then? And someone replied, well, you could go to DK Vine. And the next reply was, so I'll just go to Mario Wiki then, because DK Vine is mainly about Donkey Kong and Rare's games. I would probably not appreciate being turned into Waluigi-ish too.
Imagine if back in the day Rare made a Mario game.
Well, they came close. Because one of the builds for Diddy Kong Pilot had Mario, Toad, Bowser, Peach, Yoshi, which, well, I'm glad, as surreal as that was, I'm glad that didn't come to pass because...
Well, it would have been cool. Donkey Kong's always in the Mario game, so why not have it the other way around too?
Because then they would really become Mario characters. I like that. I like that you can have you can rest assured that Donkey Kong games won't be bringing in Goombas and shit.
That's true. That's why I have issue of the Yoshi spin-offs, because they basically aren't Mario games.
Yeah.
If you look at Wario gets his own unique enemies. WarioWare brought in a new city and stuff, and that spun off into Rhythm Heaven, which is It's nothing to do with Mario anyway. So.
Well, actually, my Wario canon knowledge is a bit rusty, but wasn't Diamond City the city that all the WarioWare games take place in? Wasn't that like a background element in Land 4? So, like, there's continuity there?
Right. Diamond City is also where Rhythm Heaven takes place.
Oh, cool. Oh, wait, really? So Rhythm Heaven is also a spin-off of Donkey Kong 81.
If you say it like that, yes, it is. If I'm correct, Rhythm Heaven takes place in Diamond City, and then there's and in Heaven actually in the Rhythm Heaven game is meant to be Rhythm Heaven, which is a location that you go to at the end of every game. So yeah, there is a divine force in the Mario universe.
By the way, Brown Diamond City is where Donkey Konga 2 and I congregate every night.
Yeah, I hear he goes by teleport to visit, you and Donkey Konga 2 have a good time.
Yeah, well, actually I use a plane and, we fly together. Yeah, we do the Mile High Club all the time and, it's good.
Okay, well, speaking of good, the Forum Watch thread.
I don't know why I encourage you, Scraps.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, you lads the audience probably has noticed that we haven't released an episode for a while. I've been busy. Cat was dying at one stage. Rare Replay, particularly fucking Viva Pinata. Organizing wedding plans. So you and I are both in the same sort of boat at the moment, Hyle.
Oh, I'm just gonna get eloped. I'm gonna get her drunk. I'm gonna buy some Quaaludes like Bill Cosby. Have her passed out. Take her to just a government, minister or whatever.
Is this one of the situations where she doesn't know she's engaged yet?
Oh no. She's engaged. Check Facebook. Check Facebook. Anyway.
I saw it on Facebook. Who proposed?
I did.
What? I thought she would have done that.
Breaking gender norms there, Hyle.
I know, right? Yeah.
You're just following the crowd. Oh my god. I can already see the divorce.
That's a bit fucking dark. Wow.
I'm sorry, Hyle.
No, it's fine.
But does she know about the other person in your does she know there's a third person in your relationship?
Donkey Konga 2?
Yeah.
Oh, we've had a three-way once. She attempted to be the second player to help me with duet mode, and that did not. She lasted longer than Chad did when Chad had a crack at it, but
I don't know. I think I could help you with duet mode.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm good at rhythm games. It's just that Donkey Konga 2 it's just not fun to play.
It's an awful game. It's the worst game in the entire Donkey Kong universe canon.
It's not even that. It's a bad game.
It's a terrible game, Mametchi.
The mechanics are okay-ish. Like I play the. So you know that
terrible.
Donkey Konga 2. Donkey Konga is a clone of those Japanese
the Taiko games,
drumming games.
Yeah.
Wait, no, wait, whoa. Aren't the drumming games a clone of Donkey Konga 2? I thought the Donkey Konga team from Namco started to work on those games afterward.
Oh, no. It's actually the other way around.
Okay.
First they made those games for the PlayStation and for arcades way back in the 1998, and yeah, basically it's just a Nintendo version.
Way back in the 1998s.
It's just a Nintendo version of it, and we kind of got SOL out of for that.
SOL. What the fuck is that?
Shit out of luck.
Oh, right. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the Forum Watch thread. So MFWolfe released a thing regarding the Forum Watch transition, where himself and Saf will be the ones doing their own sort of Forum Watch thing. It got a bit of a mixed reaction. Sarcasm.
Well, Sarcasm is a noted DK Vine related podcast critic in that he expects absolute perfection from each millisecond of each episode.
I think he's alright.
Yeah. Look, I think Forum Watch is always about change. You'll notice that in each season, something different always happened. I mean, we used to have little stories in the first season. Second season was all about bombastic, beginnings, I think it was, as well as the, conversation mix-up episode. And the third season was more about guests. And I'll continue that. I'll still be in the fourth season doing my own thing. And Saf and MFWolfe will do their own thing as well. So, yeah, it's all about progression.
Yeah.
And Chad, yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, Sarcasm is notably, he's been the show before. He has been Forum Watch before. And when he has done it, it was a very quick show. It was very, opinion-based. Things weren't really in it, and that's definitely a way to go about doing it, and it's just not the way I want to. So I apologize if that's the thing you're looking for, but for that kind of thing, I just feel like you can read that, and that's not really what podcasts are for.
It's a bit like The Simpsons, you know. When you notice an obvious difference in season 1 and 2, and when someone else took over for a showrunner, and people prefer their own little things from each season. But if someone stays on for too long, such as Al Jean, kind of turns to crap.
Hear that, Scraps? You've been on for too long, now you're crap.
Oh, no, I didn't mean
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, what, yeah, keep going, Mametchi.
Oh, well, so I appreciate the changes coming, and I hope it's going to be unique take on Forum Watch, and really that's it. All right. It can't be worse than Michael Eisner and how he destroyed Disneyland Paris.
Okay, yeah. So new Forum Watch officially better than Disneyland Paris.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, just took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, let's go to brief news.
By the way, you'll like Lobo Destroyo because there's a whole theme park world in Lobo Destroyo. So.
Oh my god, I love that stuff.
Oh man, I wish I could have backed that.
It's like what's the name of that one underground artist guy who does those street art things?
Banksy.
But yeah, he did a thing today where they were in Britain. There's like they built just a destroyed Walt Disneyland, and it looks freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of the photos for that. There's Ariel with a fucking twisted face. Yeah, it's like from a horror movie, except apparently. Banksy should sort of, start his own horror theme park because, he'd definitely be able to pull it off. Does anyone know what Banksy actually looks like at the moment? No? Okay, well, there you go.
Brief news!
Anyways, yeah, brief news. So, since the last Forum Watch, Rare Replay has been released, and it's bloody awesome. And currently, Chad and Hyle are doing a third part for that... You're not? What?
Well, part two is it because we're doing Rare Replay related tidbits in episodes, but you're not going to get another Rare Replay focused episode for a while.
Oh, okay, that's a shame because
what can you say? It's like, oh yeah, we've got these 30 games, like 7 of which we talk about all the time on the show anyway. So it's not like it's
a bit nice to, talk about the more obscure titles. Like, what I actually didn't expect myself to enjoy was Saberwolf, which I spent like 10 hours playing.
Really?
And it's kind of addictive, yeah.
It's hard. That's a hard game.
I like the simple I like the simple things.
You like the simple things, but you like visiting a fuckload of theme parks. They are not simple things, Mametchi.
They are not. Well, unless if you count Disney California Adventure when it first opened.
Do you have like annual passes to all the parks, Mametchi?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god! How do you fund yourself to go to all these theme parks?
Yeah, I fund myself. I'm not answering any question.
Holy shit! Mametchi's a secret fucking billionaire. He's probably the son of a billionaire. Fucking.
Well, they're not really that. Well, I'm the only one that's really expensive is Disneyland for one thing.
Yeah.
Every other park basically gives it away.
Yeah, right. So, should I nickname you
especially Universal?
Richie Mametchi Rich? Anyway, so Playtonic have got 2 new staff, Khan and Becky. They have recently joined Playtonic. Have you got it? Are you covering that in the conversation, Hyle?
We might. I don't know. might come up. I don't know. It was good for them. I'm glad. Of course, I think if we do bring it up, and I don't know, because it's like we've got this new conversation episode pretty booked out. It's got some surprises, but you'll hear it before you'll hear this episode. So, it's gonna be a good show. Mametchi, I think we take like 5 of your calls. But
I'm sorry. I just have a lot to say.
Yeah, that's fine. Chad and I were actually just talking about how much we actually do love your calls because you're just such a integral part of the show at this point.
I've stopped calling after you made fun of me last time.
You can still call. We were just ribbing you. God.
It's fine. Karn and Becky from Playtonic. I had Twitter conversations with both of them. Becky, I was talking to her about her Zelda random dungeon generator that looks super cool. I read part of her dissertation on it on her website. She is an impressive coder. And Karn just seems like the biggest Banjo fan ever. So I told him that he should come to DKVine and talk to us about it. And then Chad in the official Twitter account, reinforced that. He linked Karn to, the thread where we were actually talking about him. And he seemed really grateful for that. He said he'd stop by eventually.
Oh, okay. Did you ask him an important question? That is, which pinata is best?
I didn't actually ask him anything except, man, you should come to DKVine.
that just reminded me of something that I'm a bit embarrassed about.
Did it happen in Disneyland or Universal?
Oh no! It
or
just reminded me. Just mentioning which pinata is best. It reminded me of at Comic-Con when I had like the stupid, brilliant idea of meeting the Muppets who were there, and I wanted to ask which Brothers Bear is best to Fozzie.
Oh my god!
But I don't know what happened. I just couldn't. It would have been perfect.
It would have.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
He probably would have said Miss Piggy or I don't even know. I don't even know the Muppets. I don't. Which one's Fonzie again?
Fonzie is from Happy Days. Fozzie is a bear.
Oh, right. Oh, he's a bear, right? Okay. So he probably would have said grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Just like the.
Well, I could have put it up on my phone.
What? You couldn't put it up.
I could have pulled up the Brother Bears on my phone.
Was your phone too heavy?
So we can't just say something stupid.
Yeah. Oh, really? So they didn't let you record or anything? Is that
right? They're very they let you take pictures and stuff, but
Gotcha.
Right.
All right, easy done. All right, so
we'll go. Sorry. As far as the Playtonic new hires go, if we do touch upon on the conversation, I think it'll just be in relation to, because so many people are like have turned Playtonic as a new reason to hate Rare, and
and I hate that.
It's I really don't want to have to take sides between Playtonic and Rare. I love them both. I want to love them both, but
why can't everyone just do that?
Well, because the internet and because I was going to say, because they poached a newer staff member from Rare, in Karn that I think people are using. Oh yeah, Rare's doomed so much. Yeah, Rare's not. Shut up. It's just
It's all because of JonTron.
I don't want to point fingers. There's a lot of reasons, and it really comes down to this tribal mentality that video game fans tend to have, because it's a very expensive hobby, and because you have to choose your funds, what you're going to buy with your money, we tend to take sides and I like this company, I hate this company, I like this console, I hate this console. So
right, it's just that when you go on Disney forums, for instance, there's a lot of long-time Disney fans who are just complaining about how Disney sucks now and that Universal Studios is much better because of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and the Nintendo thing that happened. And
so these aren't even just Disney forums; these are Disneyland forums.
They're Disneyland. Like, if you're a Disney fan, there's so many different factions of it. Like, in my case, I go on a Disneyland forum, and then I go on a completely separate forum to discuss Donald Duck.
You guys mock it, but we are a Donkey Kong Country fan site, where DK Girder is a Donkey Kong Arcade fan site. So it's not out of the realm.
Well, not even that. It's DK Vine is the Donkey Kong Universe site where we discuss a very specific range of things.
Well, I'd love to see a podcast from I Am Gibbon about the original Donkey Kong series. That'd be fun.
Oh no, I would too. I would listen to that like all week, every week. It would be fantastic. I do tend to refer to us as Donkey Kong Country website or a Rare Shared Universe website. I still use the Donkey Kong Universe terminology on DK Vine, but being the editor of the Facebook page, I kind of have been trying to court new people, and it's kind of a hard sell when you call it Donkey Kong Universe and then start talking about it's Mr. Pants. So
well, also you also do bag out Christians quite a bit, so.
I try not to. That's
when I explain it to my friends. Oh, I'm sorry. You go, Hyle.
No, a guy throws away a Bible one time on the Facebook page, and suddenly he's anti-Christian.
When I explain what DK Vine is to my friends, specifically my neighbor who just got into Tropical Freeze, great place to start if you're trying to convince people that this thing is cool. Tropical Freeze is good. What I explained to it is, there's this whole big shared universe, just like Marvel does, that starts with Donkey Kong and Mario in the arcade game. But what this website is everything Donkey Kong Country and down. And then I usually list some of that, and they usually don't know anything except Star Fox from that and Donkey Kong. Maybe also Banjo.
That's why I say Rare Shared Universe, because ostensibly we are a Rare fan site, and we just branch out where we have to with like appearances by the Kongs. But yeah, we're a Rare fan site first and foremost.
Well, in my case, I have tried to get people into DK Vine and the DK Vine way of life, and what always happens is this: they bring up Smash Brothers. That just ruins everything.
Smash Brothers does ruin everything, yeah.
Well, because when I started to really get into DK Vine, I became a bit of complained about all of the Fire Emblem characters, and to my friend, and he's like, okay. Okay, cool. Just chill down too.
Speaking of character representation, the DK Vine Hall of Fame was just revealed.
Oh, yeah. It went from...
I got like 5 people to vote for Mametchi. It could have... If I really wanted to, I could have got it to work.
There's always next year.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit weird, because it was Crystal, then you, then Banjo... So those were the first 3 inductees, last 3 inductees. And then there was a massive gap in between, and I've got a bit of insider knowledge, and And Matt was editing the Conker one, and I think Chad was having a bit of trouble for a bit of time. So
basically what happened was we assigned we assigned a staff member per character. I took the hit and decided to do Crystal because I wanted to get up on a soapbox for that one and be like, this is why Crystal is a redeemable character. She's not furry bait. She's only furry bait if you choose to view her in that capacity. So I chose to write the Crystal script.
Every character is furry bait, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And Chet.
I've seen so much Donkey Kong porn online.
I would say something, but there's a video of me on YouTube blowing Donkey Konga 2, so I don't know.
That's kinky.
Yeah, well, it is. It was very kinky. Man, I wish the kinks were in Donkey Konga 2. That would be nice. Anyway, so or something from the musical Kinky Boots, even. Anyway, so Chad wanted to do Ryan Stiles, obviously, because Chad is enamored with things that kind of break the concept of the DKU ever so slightly. Like he is an anarchist when it comes to wouldn't this just be terrible? Like that's why he's really pushing for the DK rapper to make Yooka-Laylee DKU, and by all accounts it probably will, if nothing else.
I stand up, Chad.
Well, we can talk about that later. That's a whole different conversation.
But Chad,
dear.
Chad is. I'm a bit more conservative in my views of the DKU, where Chad is very much just freewheeling, making love in the rain kind of guy. So he wanted to do Ryan Stiles, which it was fine. So he was assigned a script. Unfortunately, he had like 30 Which Brothers Bear is Best episodes that he got distracted with. So the script never got written.
There's still one more from me, Chad, if you're listening. Come on. That last one's the coolest one.
So eventually, like, the Conker video was done, and Ryan Stiles hadn't even been started. And Matt wasn't very familiar with Ryan Stiles, the person. So he needed direction for it. So eventually, I stepped in, and Chad and I co-wrote the script and got it done. Got it done in like 3 days when we just said, we got to do this. So that's the gap, basically.
Okay, well, it's kind of interesting, this list, because had Star Fox contained Crystal, this list would have been very accurate in terms of the coming of age or the resurgence of their respective series. I mean, if Crystal was in Star Fox was this year. That was Star Fox's year. Banjo. Rare Replay. A lot of people are playing it. Nuts and Bolts. That's a 3-game fucking thing. And Conker came out with Project Spark. Conker's, what's it called again?
Big Reunion.
Project Spark, Conker's Big Reunion, Episode 1.
That's right. So it's kind of,
Wait, that came out like 4 months ago, right?
Right, but it's still apt that this is the year that these 3 characters, and you and Ryan Stiles, whatever.
They're the quintessential DK Vine character vote. Like, you got to have those weird characters like Shabunga, like Mr. Pants. You know, you got to have those.
Absolutely. But here's the thing: Parry the Parallel Bird didn't make it. What the fuck?
The way the voting was structured this year, Donkey Kong and Lanky Kong kind of canceled each other out. So most of the Donkey Kong votes, Perry was up there. Don't despair, Scraps. I have the vote tally, and I'm not going to share it, but Perry was.
Hyle,
yeah.
Can I just ask something real quick?
Yeah.
How high up was Mametchi?
Hold on. Let me. I can probably pull it up here. Hold on.
What are you pulling up?
I'm pulling out of Donkey Konga 2. Hold on.
Mametchi was a Kameo game rep, right?
Yeah, Mametchi appeared in Mario Kart GP2. So that's what connects the Tamagotchi world to the DKU.
Yay!
Hey.
By the way, I didn't see Sneaky Spirit on there. Should have been.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Well, we can rectify it for next year. Just.
So Mametchi only had 5 votes, right? Let's confirm.
I'm pulling. Sorry, I don't have this bookmarked anymore because it's over. All right.
This is some great podcasting, lads.
Yeah, good pod.
Yeah. Shut up. All right.
Yeah, good pod.
I wasn't even supposed to be here. Seriously. All right. Good lord. I don't know. What am I doing?
While you look
with
for
my
that,
life?
Hyle, Mametchi, would you explain to me how in the lore the character Mametchi and the world of Mario Kart interacted? In the lore, how do you explain that?
Okay, so here's how to explain it. Okay, so Tamagotchis. This is the Tamagotchi lore, by the way. Tamagotchis are from a distant planet.
Wait, excuse me. You'll need to do it under 30 seconds.
Okay, Tamagotchis are from a distant planet called Tamagotchi Planet, and they crashed on Earth long ago because their planet got severely drunk, and
I'm afraid you've run out of time, Mametchi. Thank you for playing.
So Tim Stamper did an interview. That was pretty interesting. The Tim Stampers are quite private individuals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And apparently he's got a big project coming up. It might be Mametchi number 3 or something. Is that do they do Mametchi Kong Country or something like that in Mametchi land?
there was an anime.
Mametchi, I got the results here.
Oh boy.
Three votes for Mametchi.
So apparently 3 of your mates aren't really your mates.
I do know one of them voted for who did he vote for? I think probably Marth or something. Just to spite me.
Well, I don't think a Fire Emblem character has any shot ever in the DK Vine Hall of Fame. Ryan Stiles got in before Donkey Kong. If Donkey Kong can't get in, I don't think Marth can get in. So
I think Donkey Kong didn't again just because of Donkey Kong.
well, yeah.
Because of that meme.
No, Donkey Kong would have gotten in, I think. He had Donkey Kong narrowly edged out, but Crystal came at last day. There was just enough Crystal votes to send her over the edge.
Yeah, Crystal Archives just pushed it through.
Is Donkey Kong number 6? Or can you reveal that, Hyle?
Don't reveal that. That's
No, don't reveal
No.
anything.
No.
Okay, never mind. I overspoke.
Yeah, I don't want to influence next year's vote, honestly. So,
Well, I think it already is. Well, I don't think it matters anyway because Scraps tried to get Perry the Parallel Bird in pretty good, and it just didn't happen.
Hey, we're gonna keep campaigning for it. I was planning on making a video, but reflecting the results. Actually, I might as well just tell you, Parry the Parallel was gonna go on a murderous killing spree and murder all the DKU Hall of Famers as well as the staffers. With the music, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
So what do you think of Tim Stamper's thing?
It's a thing.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah, it's a thing. All right, let's hurry up through this because otherwise we're just going to fucking spend 4 hours doing this. New rare subforum's been established.
yeah.
How did that decision come to be, Hyle?
We realized we have a Playtonic discussion. Why don't we have a rare discussion? It was just kind of awkward, considering rare has been nothing but so kind to us this year that it was just like, yeah, let's rectify this ASAP. So there you go.
There you go. Behind the scenes shenanigans. DKU Comix has started a new saga, Honker's Even Worse Week.
Yeah.
And it looks like Spuzwick was...
I love those.
Yeah, he was inspired by his own Leaky the GTA comic that he made at one stage because it looks like it's going under the same vein where Honker is going to be like a total badass or who knows where it's going. I'm sure Hyle's already previewed the next comic coming up.
Yeah, but be sure to give Nick, aka Spuzwick, your thoughts on it. He appreciates the feedback, and I always feel bad whenever DK Vine, we always have a tendency to do Conker's Pocket Tales related things.
Yeah.
And it usually always never brings in an audience because it's a mistake we make again and again in that nobody cares about Conker's Pocket Tales but us. So,
do we know the sales numbers for Conker's Pocket Tales?
I think it was probably the first DKU game not to reach anywhere close to 1 million copies sold. I'm sure Rare self-published it, and it just didn't have any traction. It was just, I think, dead in the water.
Well, I have a copy, and I know Super Kong's nephew has a copy that he's using for reference for Pocket Tales HD. So I know that's at least 2 copies are out there in the wild. Speaking of Super Kong's nephew, he is still making Conker's Pocket Tales HD. He appears to have made Project Spark randomly generate acorn people, which is very impressive. Have you been keeping up with that?
I've tried to. It's hard to keep up with everything on the forum nowadays because I'm also running the Facebook page, got to do the conversation, all of our YouTube projects. DK Vine's becoming a full-time job, so I try to get on the forum when I can, but
yeah, it is pretty busy. It's when you have real life, and the thing with you, Hyle, is you getting engaged will bring an additional amount of commitment outside of the DK Vine, so you'll have even less time to do the things that you do.
She knows DK Vine is a part of my life, and we've already worked that out. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I know because I do all these nature. I mountain bike quite often, and it's one of the things I enjoy outside of the DK Vine forum to give me a perspective that's similar to the DK Vine. And I know looking at your Facebook, I mean, that's where I get all my images from, so I can do my videos, and we crop your head off a picture and put it onto some lass getting raped by Donkey Konga 2.
No, that's actually happening.
No, okay, whatever.
So quick to dismiss your own joke.
And I notice you do kayaking and all these other activities outside. You're a real nature's man.
Yes, I am rugged and manly, down to the bone.
Well, it's kind of ironic because you don't exactly have the grizzly arms or like that buff look that someone that would be a tree lopper would have.
Well, I don't lop trees. I hug them. Yeah.
I know. But you would expect you to be a bit more tan and all that. Sorry, yeah. I'm just being a dick.
Really
yeah. I don't even know what my point was, but you're gonna have less time to do it. Even you'll have to have children soon, probably. She'll expect that.
No.
You know?
Not for 5 years, at least.
At least? How long have you two been dating for?
3.
3, okay. Oh, you never know. All it takes is a pin and a condom.
What?
No.
You poke holes in the
No,
condom.
I know, but...
Anyways... And that kind of relates to, Conker's Pocket Tales, Super Kong's nephew. He's figured out how to do finite health pickups.
We've been chatting over Skype a little bit, him and I, and he was telling me about something he did with the code. And I think we really have to have him on the forum watch in the future because he is just amazing with making Project Spark do things that it inherently does not want to do. The game, if you're familiar with programming at all, there's a concept in most coding languages called arrays, which basically means it's one object that holds addresses for a bunch of other objects, and you would pretty much need that for any at least kind of advanced projects in coding. What the problem that he's run into is that he wants to make an array that includes all of the collectibles of a certain type in the game, but Project Spark doesn't support arrays natively. So what he's done is he's approximated what arrays do by having one object that kind of spins and changes directions or something. I may be explaining that wrong, but based on its orientation, you can tell what address it's referring to. And that's just amazing. Like, yeah, he needs to explain that firsthand.
That reminds me of Little Big Planet, of how if you play that game, people just make the game's a platformer, but people just do whatever the hell they want with it just because the creating tools are so advanced.
Yeah, absolutely. It's yeah. Well, I'm glad that he's doing it so that even if we don't get DLC with Conker's Pocket Tales on the thing rare replay.
Considering, I'm hoping whenever there's a Conker update for Project Spark, they do add some Acorn people. Considering DK Vine has been the most supportive for Project Spark and Conker on the entire internet, out of the entire Rare fan base, DK Vine has supported it from day one. They owe us an Acorn person.
Well, don't fucking guilt them into it.
Oh, I'm going to do what I can to get the Acorn people back. I mean, this is the new era we live in, Mitchell. We live in the era where we can guilt the developers into doing our bidding for us. We're never going to have a Rare game again that's not DKU. I have a feeling. So for whatever reason, Captain Black Eye, Royston, somebody's going to make it in each and every game from here on out. So they're playing the game alongside us. So
yeah, they love throwing in references. There are references littered. I've been playing Viva Pinata like a fucking lunatic and just started Trouble in Paradise, and they love to throw in references. So if Viva Pinata is anything to go by, you're going to get Banjo references, Conker references. You're going to get the whole shebang.
Well, even Connect Sports Season 2, remember? Royston.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really do believe, because I know at the time we were saying across the internet, if they put Royston in it, we'll get the game. And they put him in it, and we never knew. And I feel guilty about that.
Put a pin in Royston. We'll talk about Royston later, probably. But right now, let's talk about the Rare Replay sing-along competition.
Yeah, did any of you enter it? I know Matt did a brilliant Big Mighty Pooh thing. That was pretty fucking amazing. And Grunt vasectomy.
Yeah, Matt's is fantastic. Yeah, and I like Grunts as well. Yeah,
Donkey Konga 2's was pretty good too. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it took a bit of effort,
I'm sure yours is gonna win, Scraps. I'm sure you and Donkey Konga 2 have the winning entry.
All right, so that's the brief news. The competition's finished. It finished in August 21st or something, and they sent a comment for each YouTube video that they're going to assess. They sent one on the Donkey Konga 2 video as well. So
what did they say?
Thank you for your entry. We'll consider it and let you know in a later time. Something like some bullshit generic message. I was hoping they'd...
What if that was Robin Beanland? What if you made Robin Beanland watch that shit?
I'm sure the whole of the Rare staffers are going to watch that. They're going to be like, hey, check out this weirdo. Along with Matt's brilliant one, and yeah,
they're gonna think I was involved in that. My God.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Is that Hyle? What's that white stuff around his mouth?" Anyways, so let's go to our choice of topics. So we've already spent about 1 hour covering the pre-topic stuff. So we better get through it. So let's cover the Rare Replay stuff. Does anyone want to quickly go through it?
Yeah.
MFWolfe, seeing as you're going to be you're supposedly a future guest host, you might as well get used to figuring this out.
No, I mean, I was totally prepared for you dropping on this on me when I wasn't prepared. Let's do it. The Rare Replay, the Hidden Content Grind, is a thread in the general DKU discussion subforum. Pretty much the only thing that's happened there is Superkong's nephew has found that 12 Tales track that for, I guess, the beta and 12 Tales, and he thinks it might be useful for Pocket Tales HD, so that'd be fun. That'd be fun to see.
And I'll just stop you there. It seems as though not only is Superkong's nephew talented in coding and fucking around with Project Spark, he also seems to have quite an ability to listen to music and understand how to create music. So he is multi-talented, you know?
He's like Yoko Ono. He's good with the arts and crafts. He's good with the music.
He's also good at murdering Didn't Yoko murder John Lennon? Is that the tale?
Oh my god, no, not at all.
I've never heard that, Scraps. I've never heard that conspiracy theory.
You're confusing John Lennon and Kurt Cobain.
No. Who's his girlfriend?
Kurt Cobain is reportedly killed by Courtney Love, but that's just a superstition. Nothing happened like that with John Lennon.
No,
but Yoko was his partner, yeah? Before he died.
Yeah.
Well, I kept hearing from my brother who I think back in the day there was a lot of controversy with like Yoko's and John Lennon's relationship, and they were saying that she was killing him, his arts or something, and that he ended up killing him, and maybe that's why he committed suicide. Did he commit suicide?
No, he was shot in public in a hotel, right, Hyle?
No, outside the Dakota building in New York where he lived.
Oh, yeah. So he was shot in public. There's not really a whole lot of controversy about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's how much I know about the Beatles.
Did you know that Paul McCartney died and was replaced with a doppelganger in September 1966?
Oh, fuck off.
A doppelganger that also has a similar voice.
No, they have very different voices. If you compare them, pre-1966 and post-19... Look, start with Strawberry Fields and go from there, and they sound slightly differently. So it means that they're completely separate people.
Except that Strawberry Fields started in 1967 and was Lennon, wasn't it?
B-side was Penny Lane, though.
Well, why wouldn't you just say Penny Lane?
Strawberry Fields / Penny Lane. Fine, whatever. But
okay, I'm sorry for hitting a nerve. The next thread is rare online only achievements.
It's my favorite conspiracy theory of all time. So
it's a pretty good... I actually was really into that conspiracy theory in high school. I was a huge Beatles fan. I still am a huge Beatles fan.
It's just so much fun. I mean, I don't believe it, but it's so much fun. And I love like studying the like little details of it. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so this thread was created to help people get online-only achievements, kind of spearheaded by Scraps, and Shogun of Truth. So, Scraps, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, what's Shogun of Truth's avatar again? He's not Shabunga, he is
Scales.
General Scales, yeah. So we got on. We started playing. Which game did we start playing? I think Nuts and Bolts. And you don't realize how fucking shit the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts online multiplayer is. It is fucking atrocious. Not only that, it says the Nuts and Bolts screen will say, "Oh, don't worry, you have plenty of people to play with." So we went onto the online lobby and it was still, and we waited for like 50 seconds and it was still just us, like for all 3 games that we played. So it's such a convoluted process to even get a game in the lobby. But then we realized, oh wait, we don't actually have to go in the lobby because if you have more than one controller, that counts towards the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts achievements. So, yeah, you don't really have to worry about it. So then we tried to play Jetpack Refueled. And turns out that Say actually didn't have AIDS, so we couldn't get infected ourselves. So, yeah.
You should explain for the people at home what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh yeah, right. So there's an achievement in Jetpack Refueled that says infection. Essentially, it started when playing with a rare staffer, and then it gets transferred from person to person to person. So eventually, everyone will get infected. But it's probably a bit hard now because that game was released about 3 years ago. So it's just an achievement, but that you can get, but it's only 0 points, so you don't really have to get it.
Well, there's a stamp that comes with it, right?
Only if you get 80% of the achievements for Jetpack Refueled. That's how it all works in the rare replay thing. Also, just to mention, we played Perfect Dark, and we played online, and that was pretty fucking awesome. If you've ever played GoldenEye 007 and you played Complex Facility and Temple, It was just amazing revisiting those levels, and yeah, I had a blast, and I blew myself up. Sei and Shogun of Truth were just fucking brilliant at that game. Then we went off and played Halo 3, using our Halo's Collector's Edition. So yeah, it was a good time. But we hardly got any achievements, trying to get, to do it for a rare replay. So yeah.
If I could say something real quick, this is the only thing I'm disappointed with, but it's how it kind of is impossible to get off the achievements if you were to just do it by conventional means. It reminds me of how Nintendo, they release a game on a virtual console, but if it's like Mario Tennis, which use the little pack, there's no way to get those bonuses. You just left it out. There's not even a way to just you don't even just unlock it for you. And that disappoints me because, well, it seems a little bit lazy.
Yeah, that's right. And there's also, I think, in Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise, a thing called a card.
Yeah,
and I think you have to own a card in order to unlock those achievements. So you can't 100% it now because it's impossible. I don't think you can get cards anymore, or unless you buy it off eBay. But fuck me, why would you?
I don't even think the cards ever existed.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go. So,
yeah, if there was like DKU trading cards, I feel like we'd be more all over it and definitely know about those.
The closest we ever got to DKU trading cards is in 1996. There were Donkey Kong Country 2 cards that you could get from a vending machine, frequently found in Toys R Us stores in the United States. And then, of course, there was
also a Donkey Kong Country TV show trading card game in Japan.
In Japan only, yes.
Right.
Also, there was also, of course, the e-reader cards, which there were. Mario Party E is the closest we came to any DKU cards for those, and we do count that game as DKU. But
Mario Party E is probably my Pocket Tales. I think that game's fucking fantastic.
It's out of all the Mario parties, it's the one I find least objectionable after the original Mario Party.
I really loved the concept of the e-reader. I felt like it was obviously a doomed premise, but man, that could have been so fun. I was really into that idea.
Yeah, the e-reader was one of their more successful peripherals, I feel like, during the Iwata era.
It was successful in Japan enough to keep coming out in America for a while.
Yeah.
But it super wasn't successful in America, which was upsetting.
Well, because you have to slide 6 cards through to play an NES game, and no kid's gonna have that patience.
Yeah.
Well, it's really easy to lose them too. That's just what happened back then with me.
Speaking of, Rare Replay Viva Pinata. Another thread?
Yeah, this one I'm just typing monologues about how I tried to get 100% achievements.
Good luck with that.
Fuck me, but that game is frustrating as fuck, and there's nothing to explain. One of the things I kept trying to do was keep in the same garden so that I could get all the endgame achievements. Apparently, you could start a new garden and all the experience cash and all that transfers over. So it was kind of a wasted effort because my game bugged out completely and it was just completely fucked and it wouldn't work at all. And then I'm like, okay, it's not working anymore. It got to a point where an error message would pop up because that's how bugged out it got.
How did it get bugged out?
Because eventually what happens is it's kind of like RAM. With each garden. The RAM doesn't refresh itself, so when you restart your computer, the RAM and the virtual memory refreshes itself. But with Viva Pinata, you stay on that garden, and if you keep going and going like I did, the game eventually doesn't work. The pinatas don't act according to their code. They get stuck against fixed objects. They do all these things and it becomes really hard to play. But just remember, you can in fact start a new game and the only thing that happens is, all your experience, gold, everything transfers except for the pinatas and buildings on the garden that you were on before. So, when you get to that Hyle,
Hyle,
yeah, just remember that piece of advice.
Do you consider the achievements part of your part of what you need to do for the slush fund?
Online achievements, no. I consider that superfluous. I think that
Hyle.
no,
You can do it.
no.
You can do it.
I mean, what? I don't exactly understand why you have to beat 2-player mode in Donkey Konga 2. That's one of the things that baffles me. You have finished Donkey Konga 2.
Because they let you play it in single player. So it's if it was just a 2-player mode, I would be like, okay, it doesn't matter. But the fact that that's the only time I trot out Dixie too, is in that mode. So I feel like it's a worthwhile canon event.
All right, but think about it this way.
Yeah.
There are surely other games. Okay, so you're saying that if you go onto Mario Kart Online, but you're the only person playing, that you have to play through all those maps, just because it allows you to play online, is that right?
If that happens, you've won. If you're the only person online in Mario Kart, you just beat Mario Kart. I would take that as a success.
I mean, online modes, especially like the era where they no longer exist, like the DS and original Xbox, I'm not too worried about them so long as I can play them locally or in any capacity whatsoever. Whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
But online
Hyle,
yeah, sorry.
Hyle, it seems like Rhythm Heaven would drive you insane because I know you're having trouble trying to get even what do you call it? Just trying to pass the songs, right?
Gorilla Duet mode is what's giving. Yeah, Gorilla Duet mode is the only thing giving me trouble. Yeah.
In Rhythm Heaven, if you get a great rating on a song, if you get a perfect on a song, it just counts as great. But then there's times when the game tells you if you get a perfect on this song, you'll get the perfect rating. But if you get a perfect rating just randomly, you don't get the perfect rating. You understand?
No, not at all.
Not really. But you know what Mametchi could do? Maybe you could practice. You love rhythm games, so maybe you could practice Donkey Konga 2 and evenally visit Hyle to help him finish.
Songs aren't fun.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, you love rhythm, right?
Well, the part of the fun is from playing the songs. That's why rhythm games have that kind of replay value, because you like the music. In Donkey Konga 2,
would you be willing to help Hyle out?
Yeah, it's more of like a bro thing at this point.
If I have to,
You really don't want to.
Okay, you know what?
That's the thing. Nobody.
I'll try. I'll think about it.
Nobody wants to help because Chad McKenna walked away after 5 minutes.
Well, how about this? We're going to bring a copy of Donkey Konga 2, a GameCube and bongos, to the 2017 Kongvention, and...
I have to wait till 2017?
No, just put it on the back burner, do something else, and then come back to it.
But you've got that game, Mametchi, right?
Right, I have Donkey Konga 2, yes, and I even got Donkey Konga 3 at that time just because I was crazy.
Wow.
Okay, so we put it to you, Mametchi, as the savior of the people.
Okay.
That you take steps to beat Donkey Konga 2 and to help Hyle Russell to finally beat him.
Alright, I swear.
Yeah?
Alright, yeah.
So what do you reckon, Hyle? You two will have a meet-up after Mametchi gets good at it?
I'll believe it when I see it. I have been let down so many times with Donkey Konga 2. I
won't let you down, Hyle.
I just look at these bongos over here, and they're staring at me. They pierce my soul every time I look over. Because I still have my old-fashioned TV over here with my GameCube hooked up and my bongos, because I'm doing it legit, man. I'm doing it 2005 style, and I look.
That helps with rhythm games for sure. Actually,
yeah, I look over there and I just have no desire in my heart to play it. It's just torture at this point. It's gone beyond even being a novelty of, it's funny, I'm still playing this. It just hurts me. It just hurts me.
Yeah, it's like, the reason why I sympathize so much is because I relate. I just hate Smash Brothers gameplay wise, just because I want to finish the Wii U version. I want to beat all of those little challenge things. So I know what you're going through, Hyle.
Oh, Hyle, that's gonna bite you in the fucking ass when you have to do Smash Wii U for Slush Fund. That might be harder than Donkey Konga 2.
The thing about Smash, though, like, I unlocked everything in Melee, and it was just such a... That was an enjoyable experience. Of course, Melee is miles above, I believe, Smash 4. So, I don't know, though. Smash 4, at least there's interesting stuff going on besides you panning to a Blue Cantrell song. I mean, good fucking God. It's Donkey
I don't know if I would agree with that.
Donkey Konga 2 is the worst piece of shit that I've ever been... Like, Superman 64, at the very least... I'm sure it has more redeeming qualities than Donkey Konga 2.
Hey.
So is this going to be like the Angry Video Game Nerd movie where...
Mametchi, there's no way you can make a relatable reference to the Angry Video Game Nerd movie. I'm going to cut you off right there. That's not going to work out.
All right. So you've got your challenge there, Mametchi, but we've got a forum watch to get through. So grabbed by the
Is this thing still going on? Why are we still doing this? It should have ended.
It's not finished till it's finished. So Rare Replay, grabbed by the Ghoulies. It looks like there's a consensus that everyone loves the game.
Everybody but the critics.
Everyone but the critics. And Fire Imp's...
Who cares what the critics say?
Fire Imp's 87 makes a point that it was probably because it was the first game after the buyout and it wasn't Perfect Dark or a Conker game, and it was Ghoulies. And I think to people's expectations, they were expecting the edgy, advanced gameplay that Rare was known for. Even Blast Corps was better received than Ghoulies ever was.
Blast Core.
Blast Corps.
No, Blast Core.
It goes...
Oh, Blast Corp, right. Grunt Vasectomy, he made a, I don't even know why he said he made a cool doll. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Rare Replay, Banjo-Tooie. Clutch has an interesting quote. He says, Tooie very well might be the quintessential Rare game. It's hilarious, it's beautiful, the score is great, the characters and plot are ridiculous, but there's a strong sense of continuity and a grounded, functional world. The tone is alternatively silly and grim. It builds on the conventional formula of the genre, as well as the first entry in its own series to become its own special beast. And the only things that are arguably drag it down can be blamed on an incredibly ambitious scope and goddamn rapid button pressing challenges. It's a distillation of all the elements that uniquely signify a Rare game. I think I like Tooie a bit more with every passing year. Clutch pretty much nails his summary of Banjo-Tooie and why it's such a quintessential game.
My favorite game.
You know what's sad? That's how I thought I was going to feel when I replayed Donkey Kong 64 this year.
Oh yeah, it's
I 100%ed it.
Oh, did you?
I did everything. Unfortunately, I had to bring out a walkthrough.
Wait, actually 100%, or did you get the however many above 100% it is?
Oh, I went above 100%. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did every. I got the rare banana too.
Yeah, you got the rare banana. That doesn't even make sense. Anyways, Chad, Jeff, Cosmic, MFWolfe, and Scrubber indicated that Mumbo was rubbish and that he was poorly handled and was just a glorified Switch. And simply that Mumbo in general didn't feel great as a character himself. And, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to expand on that saying, that game's my favorite game, but that part is not good. Rare doesn't make perfect games. There are perfect games, but perfect just means it doesn't have flaws. Banjo-Tooie certainly has flaws, but the highs are so high above it that I still think it's one of the best games ever made.
One of the things I don't understand about Donkey Kong Country 2 and everyone's love for it is the back jumping on back and throwing each other mechanic is fucking shit. But anyways,
Ooh.
Jeff.
All right, I'm out of here. See you guys.
Anyway, so Jeff indicated that split-up pads were also victims of Donkey Kong 64 switching system, but it was handled better than DK64. Also, Scrubber, Dustin Damon indicate that Grunty Industries was rubbish, whereas MFWolfe, Planet Cool, and Ultimentality do like it. Rare Replay, Nuts and Bolts game. The game is pretty laggy.
Oh dear.
But they reckon, they'll eventually fix it by the time the backwards compatibility shenanigans happen.
Well, wasn't it always a bit? Wasn't the frame rate never that great anyway?
Yeah.
It was. And it's not going to get better than that on Rare Replay unless the backwards compatibility team deal with the emulator that they're making in a very specific way that lets the emulator actually use RAM from the main Xbox One system, and I kind of don't see them doing that.
Right. It's kind of annoying people talk about emulators online, like because of Rare Replay. Sorry for going a bit of tangent, but with Rare Replay, a lot of people on 4chan are posting, or is posting, oh look, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts looks like crap now, or Conker is in 60 FPS. Look, this is the power of the Xbox One. It can't run a 20-year-old game. And my reply to that is, emulators are never going to be perfect. That's just the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you try and play like Majora's Mask or something on the computer, it's always buggy and fucked up. So, yeah, except...
Speaking of Majora's Mask, the next thread is Rare Replay Conker's Bad Fur Day. People have a bit of a problem with the inverted camera. People still love Bad Fur Day and are baffled that people on NeoGAF hated it. After Mentality said...
NeoGAF.
Yeah, NeoGAF can cause some problems. After Mentality said, loved the building and deconstruction of environments, as well as the crudity. Didn't like the second half, where moved from challenge to challenge with pop culture references. It swore and lava boarding sucked.
He didn't actually say that. That's just me paraphrasing.
Oh, sorry, never mind. I shouldn't read it as him though, but that's basically the gist of what he's saying. Water depth perception suck with the blades. Yeah, so that is a problem I remember from the N64 version, not necessarily a Rare Replay exclusive problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Conker's Bad Fur Day is a game that the internet collectively decided remembered more fondly than like something like Banjo-Tooie. So I think one side effect of Rare Replay will be that Banjo-Tooie is going to come out of things with a lot more esteem than Conker's Bad Fur Day, which it is pretty much the DK Vine view nowadays. But I think you just have to.
It's a bit like how people view Dragon Ball Z. Well, it's like Dragon Ball Z. Everyone thinks it's like the most action-packed show ever. Where in reality, in Japan they had to they animated episodes weekly and stuff, so they padded it out like forever, and it's quite honestly a terrible show, even in Japanese.
Well, at the time that these 64 games were coming out, Banjo was adored by critics. Donkey Kong 64 actually also adored by critics at the time, and Conker, additionally, was amazing for what it was doing to the 90s social norms, whatever, where Banjo-Tooie never really got that, and I'm glad it's getting it now.
Yeah. I also like the nostalgia for DK64, even though it's not a good game at all, but something about it I just like something about it for some reason.
Yeah, that's right. So something to like about it is the spooky chapter in Conker's Bad Fur Day. Dustin indicated that is very unforgiving. And they'd indicated that spooky's quite difficult because it's very hard to... You have to do everything right. Not only that, you've got these creepy-ass motherfuckers. So there's no checkpoints. You've got these creepy-ass fuckers, and you've got to collect all these keys. It's a fucking hard section of the game. And I remember as a kid, my heart was beating.
Oh, sweat pouring off the controller.
I never played Conker as a kid. Just to say what happened, we saw it at Blockbuster when that was a thing, And I just looked at it, just going, "Mommy, I want it." And I believe just seeing Barry from just it just made her think, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, right. So, and here's another interesting thing: is Clutch managed to do a no-death playthrough of the game. So do you guys remember how Conker meets Greg, and he acts as though he's already met him because he's died?
Right.
So part of that is Clutch did a playthrough without him dying and then meeting Greg, the Grim Reaper. And apparently, nothing happens. There's no scene where Conker runs on the barrel, crashes, and then dies. It's just, if you already made it by then, you know, it just assumes that you've already died once and that's it. No changes have been made to the game.
Do you think that, what was it, Live and Reloaded did anything different?
Maybe. Well, there was this idea that there was a scripted death.
I think, according to Cameron, it didn't.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Well, there was this idea that there was a scripted death when you go down the mountain. And that was so popularized to the point that I thought it was in the game until Clutch posted this information. But I guess it's just not. So where did that start? Who started believing that?
Everyone did. I believed it. It made sense.
It made sense, but it only made sense because someone told me. Like, why did they tell me that? Why was that even a thing?
Things on the internet spread. Like, you remember when Pokemon came out?
No, not at all. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it just spread like a virus. But you know what didn't spread quite so well was Jet Force Gemini in that day. And,
Man, these segues are killing it.
And effectively, that thread covers the journey of Scrubber, who's one of our new forum members. He uses a orange Jinjo.
The best
and it's
one.
his journey. Yeah. Yeah, which Jinjo is best? And he plays through the game and he actually does beat it, but he doesn't understand the ending. So Chad, provided a link to the YouTube conversation where they covered Jet Force Gemini.
He beat it relatively fast for his first time.
He did, didn't he? He must have just done nothing but play that. So yeah, that's all the rare replay threads we're going to cover. Fuck me, that was a bit of a journey. Let's cover an actual thread
Dun, dun, dun.
with a bit more substance, and that is recent news where Rare posts the first ever screenshots of Banjo 2.5D in the Banjo discussion. So Frogstar starts off. So what happens is Rare posted a Twitter image of Banjo in a sort of 2D-ish Donkey Kong Country type style game where there's fucking fruits and all this on the ground, and Banjo can traverse the game in a sort of Crash Bandicoot type style, except with a view from the top right hand side of him, looking down on him instead of from the back, like Crash Bandicoot. So the picture there is actually something from. Sorry, did I?
No. I just said for a completely different reason.
Is it about Disneyland?
Yeah, actually.
Huh.
Okay, well there you go. Anyway, we've heard enough about theme parks today. So anyway, Frogstar notes that there's a picture in Banjo's house, and he'd always wondered where it came from, and it looks like that picture in Banjo's house is a screenshot that we've been looking at all this time of an early version of Banjo 2.5D.
You gotta love Rare for that.
Yeah, I like this. This is a good picture.
And Clutch makes a good point that it's so rich in textures and density that it was almost like a replica of a Donkey Kong Country game, but it's for the N64. So they really were making a Donkey Kong Country sequel, but with Banjo.
Well,
yeah,
we don't know too much. Well, it's like it could have been more like Mario for all we know.
Yeah, and didn't Chris Sutherland say in that interview that you had with him, Hyle, that what Banjo looked like radically changed throughout development a lot? But unless I'm making that up, but the model in that picture is pretty much Banjo from the final game. So I assume that has to be pretty far along.
Once they settled on Banjo, the character, he pretty much like survived from beginning to end. It was only, Kazooie was a character added late in development, and but what I find interesting about this is that, of course, Donkey Kong 64 started off life as a game remarkably similar to this, which I would love to see screenshots of that. Yeah, ultimately they couldn't get that 2.5D Donkey Kong game to work for the Nintendo 64. It was too much for the N64 to handle, so they actually had to go the Mario 64 Banjo-Kazooie route.
Yeah, kind of a Super Mario 3D World thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was this Crash Bandicoot style, yeah, so...
I mean, well, Crash Bandicoot was vertical, wasn't it? Like, into the screen? Kind of a different...
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this. Like, it's fine, it just looks very claustrophobic, and, like, little to no exploration, so, I don't know.
Yeah, well, Yoshizilla notes the commonality between this screenshot and Yoshi's Story, saying it's actually a mix between Yoshi's Story and Crash Bandicoot.
I don't know if I agree with that one. Yoshi's Story always looked artificial. Like, I guess that's the point, but...
Well, yeah, it's cardboard.
It wasn't a very nice looking game, in my opinion.
Well, it's more a focus on the fruit. I think that's where Yoshizilla was coming from.
Right.
Oh, that's my perspective, but anyway.
Yeah. Matt makes a good response. Is this an actual quote, Scraps?
It is an actual quote.
Okay, Matt says this exact thing. Lamentably, I'm not optimistic we'll see anything more of it since the... sorry. Oops. I did a thing bad. Discussion is later brought up in this thread about if they're ever going to see a playable version of Banjo 2.5D or Conker's 12 Tales, maybe as DLC to Rare Replay or something like that. Matt says, lamentably, I'm not optimistic that we'll see anything more of it since the Conker making of doc has 12 Tales clips apparently sourced from old VHS promo tapes. If 12 Tales exist in any form, it's probably not very easily retrievable, much like my libido. And then,
Woo!
It's all about Matt's libido.
Gotta love Matt.
I guess, yeah.
Yes, we do. I'll say that I'm not sure. I know that Rare has archived some of the stuff in playable form, and some of the stuff has been discarded or lost to time. So it's hard to say which games are still around in playable form, or which early iterations.
On Twitter, Greg Mails said that he played a playable form of, I believe, Dream Super Nintendo, Dream N64, Banjo 2.5D, and early Banjo. So those are all around, at least in some sort of playable form, probably a broken form, but around. But the idea is that the Conker team doesn't have that stuff anymore, I guess.
Yeah, I could see Chris Seaver just chucking it, when they made Bad Fur Day. But I think the DKC/DKC2/Dream/Banjo/Ghoulies team kept a lot of their earlier stuff around.
Mm-hmm. They seem to be the more nostalgic of the Rare branches.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so final topic for this episode is apparently Yooka-Laylee is DKU. Which is in the general DKU discussion. And MFWolfe starts the topic based off the conversation discussion when Malik had spoken to Grand Coco, confirming that the GK rappers are indeed characters. So Malik is a conversation caller. He's a very cheerful lad, and he made his first post in response to that. And he's got a Charizard avatar, which is interesting.
Oh wait, it's his first post?
What?
It's his first post?
I think it is.
Wow,
I think it's still his only one.
Amazing that,
Right.
that he's never joined the forum before, because I always thought he was someone else, likely.
No, I called him out because Malik came through us, I think, through the Facebook page. So I told him on air, you got to join the forum at some point, Malik. So he did just that.
Oh, look, you're getting people from the Facebook, so it is doing something.
Yeah, it's doing something. Yeah. Well, it's weird because we still have it's hard to bring people from the Facebook page over to DK Vine proper. I mean, we're getting some people, but it's by a large amount, like to over 30,000 people, DK Vine is a Facebook page. So
Alternatively, I don't think I've ever been to the Facebook page.
Oh, the Facebook page is brilliant. I look at that every thing, and it's great updates. Hyle runs it, and yeah, it's really interesting.
If I'm on the DK Vine front page, I'll read the updates through that, but I'm just never on Facebook, so I don't know.
well, there's never been a better time to join.
Facebook? This
Yeah.
episode of the Forum Watch is sponsored by Facebook. Facebook.
No, I'm just saying.
You build it personal. That's their new motto. Facebook, build it personal. Thank you for sponsoring us, Facebook.
Just join it for DK Vine. I mean, that's really all you need on Facebook. My opinion.
Hyle, I just sent you a friend request on Facebook.
Okay, I'll friend you.
It looks like you were forced to do that. Anyway, so Malik responds to MFWolfe, and he says the following: "I'm here to clarify what had transpired that day. So
That's not bad.
So I asked Grant Kirkhope about Yooka-Laylee and explained the whole DKU situation. And though he seemed a bit confused at the question at first, he told me that Chris Sutherland would be reprising his role, but not George
It started
Andres
better.
as he works
It's not
at
as good now.
Sony."
Since when is Malik a old timey prospector?
Well, this is his cheerful voice, so that's the best I can do. So I followed up with 50% of the rappers, that would mean the game is canon. And he said yes, it would be, and we had a good laugh. After I told him I'd tell Chad, he said, yeah, tell him for me. So there you go.
Oh dear.
So that was Malik's one post. This discussion was quite divisive. People are still on the fence about whether or not Yooka-Laylee is DKU, just based on what we know so far. So you have members like...
What cracks me up is how angry people are getting over it. Like, I perused this just, like, I've been off DK Vine for a week, because I was on vacation with my now fiance, and I was like, wow, all this hostility happens when I'm gone. I need to come in and be the peacemaker here. God,
Well, as we'll talk about, some people get more angry than others.
Absolutely. So the members who indicate that they don't think that just because the GK rappers in being in the game are DKU are Saf, and he questions whether intros in the game are canon and form part of the DKU. Planet.
But we do know that the DK rap exists within the canon of the games themselves. So I'm just putting that out there.
Okay. Now that's probably word of God, but personal word of God.
No. That's part of Donkey Konga, and all the songs in Donkey Konga are supposed to exist in the real world of Donkey Kong because they are on the airwaves, like in the radio, and the bongos are picking them up.
And in Donkey Kong Country 2 for Game Boy Advance, you retrieve Funky's boombox, and he says he's going to blast the DK rap all night long.
All right.
No, serious, that happens.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. Well, that's that. So Saf is wrong. You're wrong.
Everyone's wrong.
It's Planet Cool. He is hoping that the DK rappers are Dude Illigence and the Ape Raper.
They are not.
They are not. E-Mayor and Milo indicate that Chris Sutherland may not sound like the same rapper.
I don't understand this one because the same rapper is not going to sound like the same rapper. It's been 15 years.
No, he might. You never know.
And again, why would he purposely make a different voice? Like I don't mean I mean, like, it's going to be a tribute to the DK rap, right? So, I think it might sound a bit similar in some way.
Wait, it's so weird because Chris Sutherland didn't even work on DK64. They just brought him in to do that DK rap. So
that's so weird. Now that we know what we know.
Well, if I was asked to do the DK rap, I would say yeah.
It's more of a Kirkhope thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Tip Tup Jr. or TTJ94, he goes to the legal side of things and he's saying even if a goldfish taps a bowl 3 times, it's still not Royston, because legally it's not Royston, but...
Well, there's a difference between it's still not Royston and it might not be Royston. I think what he's trying to say is...
Can I chime in here?
Oh, yeah, sure.
our official stance on Playtonic is that they are just an extension of Rare. They are a outside team of Rare guys just doing their own thing. So they have word of God on all Rare matters.
Well,
in my opinion.
I don't think there's a trademark or for Royston, right?
Well, Rare would own Royston as an extension of Banjo-Kazooie, but the thing is, if Playtonic says it might be Royston, it may not be Royston, that's one thing. I don't think Playtonic is ever going to say, this is officially put in the game called Royston, because then it could potentially be legal trouble, although I really doubt Rare would sue over it. And if they don't say that, I kind of have a hard time believing that it is Royston. So I understand where Tip Top Jr. is coming from here.
Right.
Yeah, you just have to kind of take a leap of faith, but, Rare's not going to do anything. Microsoft might, but I really don't think they would care about our goldfish that...
Would they even know?
Yeah, they would.
No.
Well, I mean, would they even...
But Phil Spencer's cool. Phil Spencer's cool. He's cool.
They would know that. They just would know. Steve Mails and Greg Mails are brothers. They do talk about this kind of thing from time to time. I'm sure that they would find this amusing.
Rare would know, but would any Microsoft lawyers know or care? No. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Rare has its own legal team that might have a different opinion than the actual people at Rare, wouldn't it?
I don't think... Playtonic is Rare's friends and family. I really don't think they give a shit.
Weren't there
That's my opinion.
Weren't there some bananas in Rare Replay, something like that? Do you think they had to go over that with the legal team then?
I mean, Nintendo doesn't own bananas.
The banana.
They own the banana. The banana, yeah.
Yeah, well, Donkey Konga 2 has a big banana too.
Yeah, and I use it on Hyle every night.
So
it's true. My asshole is so wide now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the members who are... Sorry, Donkey Konga 2. I am going to cut you off. Let's talk about the members who are kind of in between on the argument. First, there's you, Hyle. Do you want to explain your position?
Okay, here's my position, and I haven't even discussed this with Chad.
Yeah, the position is bent over.
sorry. Go on.
I'm here in my own free time. I'm not being coerced into doing this. I haven't discussed this with any of the other staffers yet. Not Chad nor Jeff or any of the other passionate debaters here. But my thing,
Forum Watch exclusive.
My thing. Well, I might talk about it in the conversation, which will come out before this episode. So anyway, so this is an exclusive only in Scrap's mind. I think that we need to be very careful before we make any final judgments. If you'll remember, I don't know if any of you were around or are privy to the debates that happened at the time of Viva Pinata's release.
Nope.
I am privy. I know about them.
Viva Pinata was a game that very much the same way Yooka-Laylee is. We were debating day one, is this DKU? Ozzy Ben Cosmina, one of the original staff members, the first staff member to join after Chad and I, he said it's DKU because Mr. Ribs is in it. And but we didn't know if it was actually Mr. Ribs or just a prop that looked like Mr. Ribs. And there was bitter debates. People were getting violent in the Viva Pinata threads. We asked Rare, and Rare said, Lee Loveday said, no, that's not actually Mr. Ribs. And so Viva Pinata was DKUized. It was no longer DKU until somebody asked, what about the goldfish? Is that Royston? And then Lee Loveday said, yeah, that's Royston. So then it was brought back into DK. So, but there was a lot of bad blood there. But I feel like that debate is a good thing. What's happening with Yooka-Laylee right now is a good thing because we have to be absolutely sure. We have to believe it in all of our hearts that it's DKU, or else the entire concept of DKU breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And that's why I'm not making any judgment calls yet, because we need to have this debate play out. And it could even be that Royston or a Royston-like entity is in the game. And that this argument is for naught. And if we could have something even more concrete than a DK wrapper as our thing that canonizes it as a DKU game, then that's all the better. And we should just wait and see, because we should still be campaigning for Royston. We cannot rest on our laurels. That's where I stand.
Can I ask you a question about that, though?
Sure.
Okay, so if you do end up changing your mind for whatever reason, say a Banjo cameo is announced, that. Banjo is in this game, hypothetically.
Yeah.
Is that Fish and Chaps?
No, it's Playtonic. Playtonic universe or Playtonic games. It'll be its own branch of the DKU. It has to be.
So, I mean, that kind of breaks the rules of what Fish and Chaps is, doesn't it?
Oh, wouldn't Fish and Chaps be for,
It's all Banjo spin-offs.
The Fish stands for Royston and the Chaps is Mr. Pants, or?
But we've established that Sea of Thieves is Fish and Chaps.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's true. But I think Playtonic, it's its own unique thing. It's not like the others, basically, and it's a discussion we'll have. I can't make any proclamations here. That's where I'm leaning towards, but it could be Fish and Chaps, who knows. But it would render Playtonic discussion pointless if all their games are going to be spinning out of all their other games. Then Playtonic discussion could not exist at that point.
Right.
So we would need to make some judgment calls. I think Playtonic would just be its own thing. We might have to revisit Fish and Chaps and what that is and what it means. We're gonna probably be rebranding DKU Star Fox's Dinosaur Planet when the site gets its makeover here. Whenever that happens.
Can't wait.
So we're gonna be looking at all of that right now. Right now, it's not something to worry about. It's going to be DKU, I'm sure. I'm 95% sure that the DK Rapper will make a DKU, but I'm holding out hope that there's going to be bigger and greater things to make a DKU, and that's why I disagree with Chad in that we have to wait. We have to wait and see.
Well, Planet Cool has a similar opinion where he says he's ambivalent whether Yooka-Laylee is already DKU or not, because he's fairly certain that Yooka-Laylee will be discussed anyway, regardless of DKU status. Jeff,
and that's really the important thing. Yeah, that's the important thing. We don't really have to make a judgment call yet. So I don't see why people are getting so antsy about it, because we're going to be talking about it. We're covering it full time. So who cares?
Well,
yeah, I think a lot of people. Oh, I'm sorry. You go, Scraps.
After the game gets released and it's not DKU, we'll probably still cover it anyway.
Yeah.
We have to. I mean, it would be such a stupid decision not to cover it. And maybe DK Vine in 2000 wouldn't have covered it, but DK Vine in 2015, we have a different perspective on it. And as one of the only bastions of rare fandom left on the internet, we pretty much have to.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of on the CM30 on the forums runs a Wario forum, and I'm just annoyed by the fact they don't cover Rhythm Heaven on there, because it is a Wario spinoff by all accounts.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah, no, that's a fair enough point. Jeff.
Yeah. So Jeff,
he's indicated that a voice off the screen does not actually equate to the character. Yeah, what do you reckon?
Now, I understand Jeff's viewpoint, and I sympathize with him in that I'm in the middle here, so I'm trying to be the good cop, as I always am on DK Vine, but no, I understand where Jeff is coming from. I completely get it. The thing is, you have to look at the history of the DK rap within the DKU to fully grasp that this can be a thing that exists in universe, but you do have to make a logical leap or two. And that's where I'm a little bit leery in that, yeah, I'm prepared to do it, but it's going to be a bold decision, and I don't want to break the concept of the DKU. The DKU is, I love what Saf does with his legal analysis of it. And he's right. Like, it holds up. As ridiculous as it is, it holds up. And we can celebrate it because it's absurd. We can celebrate it because it's ridiculous, but it has to make logical sense.
My favorite part of the DKU is when it's ridiculous in and of its legitimacy, rather than trying to break the rules or trying to exploit them because of what you'd like to see become part of the DKU. If you just look at what the DKU is, like, on its own, without you even doing any of that absurd fan-waking, like, it's already fucking ridiculous. It's not very hard to make the logical conclusion that Ryan Stiles is in the game. That didn't take that much fan-winging. Compared to this might take a little too much for some people, and I totally understand why they're hesitant about it.
Here's where it gets dangerous. Here's where it gets really dangerous. Rare and ex-Rare staffers, they're in on the joke now. Mm-hmm. Like, it's no longer just us and Lee Loveday. It's Rare and Playtonic and everybody on the outside who used to be part of that world. They're all in on it. Ed Bryan was tweeting stuff from his new game where he's saying, "Oh, this Bovina's in it. Look, Bovina." So we can't. They're screwing with us on purpose at this point. So we've got to be intellectual about it, and we can't just play along, or else the whole concept breaks down pretty fast.
Ed Bryan's thing really should be discussed in more detail later, but I don't think anyone cares enough.
Look, I love Ed Bryan, and he's great on Twitter, but he's just trying to goad us into covering his new game, and I appreciate that, but there's got to be lines drawn in the sand.
I mean, don't you have to? Don't you have to do the same thing that, like, the rappers are Kirkhope's characters, and we're edging on believing that? Wouldn't you do the same for Ed Bryan?
But Playtonic is a whole entity built on being a continuation of Rare, or an extension of Rare, an outgrowth of Rare, a tumor from Rare.
And they are still a different company, though. They're not in the same city.
No, they're a different company that their logo is designed to look like Rare's old logo. I mean, everything about Playtonic is about invoking that nostalgia for 90s Rare, which is ironic.
Yeah, but that's like a tonal continuity thing without an actual continuity thing. Like, there's also left-handed games, and I don't think I would give, as much as I am excited for Lobo Destroyo, I'm not sure I would give left-handed games that same thing just because they were tonally built on where Rare left it. I would give it to Playtonic because it's the same people, and Ed Bryant kind of fulfills that requirement for me.
Well, I get what you're saying, but lines have to be drawn. Like, this is all good discussion to have. Like, this is all good debates to have, and I'm not sure we can do it here on the Forum Watch. But this is why we've got to be very cautious, because, like I said, Chad kind of gleefully, Chad's more gleeful in the whole like burning down the building, because he finds delight in how wacky the DKU can get, where I'm much more serious about it. Like, this is something I've been doing since I was 11 years old, you know? Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, something I feel like I've been doing since I was 2 months old when Donkey Kong Country came out.
God, you're young. Anyway, so that's where I'm cautious. And now that, like, it's an open secret, now that it's no longer us being just these fans on the outside looking in at Rare and trying to chronicle all of this stuff, now that Rare, like, is in on it, now that, you know, we've had these experiences with Rare, and they're communicating with us, you know, and they know what we do, and they find perverse glee in that. we have to be very smart about how to carry forward as a website, as a community, as a legal entity, because it could be destroyed very quickly. And this Yooka-Laylee debate represents that. It's Viva Pinata on steroids at this point, because it reminds me of that debate, only so much more is at stake. The very heart of DK Vine is at stake. And so...
I mean, you sound melodramatic, but you're not wrong at all. I would say that maybe the rules need revamping a little bit soon. And I know that's totally radical.
The rules are never revamped, and you bring up the Waluigi rule. That was more just a clarification. Like, the DKU is a living document, only to an extent, but the heart of the matter has to be preserved. Like,
oh, no, sure. I'm just saying it might need a few more clarifications. Like with this legal thing, or is Ed Bryan allowed to do it? Why isn't Ed Bryan allowed to do it and Playtonic is? Maybe there should be more defined things. And I think one of the dangers is, with the Waluigi rule especially, but I eventually decided that I'm fine with the Waluigi rule, is because it's that we're looking at this and we're trying to see, okay, what things do we want in the DKU? Let's make rules based on that. And that's bad science. That's not what you do traditionally.
It can't be what we want, because then 75% of the games page wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
So, like, we wouldn't have all these Mario sports titles in there. And I tried to live without the Waluigi rule. partly out of stubbornness, partly out of an experiment. I tried to play Fire Emblem and think of it as a DKU game. Ultimately, it doesn't work. It just doesn't feel tonally right. And then the Waluigi rule made complete sense that we're not covering like just every little breadcrumb that spins out of the Kameo games, because if that was the case, then we should go back and cover the arcade games, and then we should cover every video game in existence. This is a rare fan site. This is spawning from Donkey Kong Country, and we've got to stay true to that. So ultimately, we've got to tread lightly, to quote Breaking Bad, and
tread lightly and make some meth.
Yeah, well, I'm all for making meth because we gotta stay vigilant and paranoid when we think about this. I mean, look, DK Vine is a comedy site first and foremost, and it's a piss take, sure, but the only reason it works is because there's that true fandom behind it, and there's this set of rules that makes complete sense. So we've got to use our brains and not just our dicks.
I've loved this, and maybe we should have a full episode of the Forum Watch or something like it later to talk about this, because right now we need to move on a little bit and keep watching the forum.
That's right.
Surreal Brain agrees with Jeff, and remember from like 2 years ago when we were talking about how Jeff says that the voice off the screen doesn't necessarily constitute a character. And says that separate people can have similar voices. I'm not sure what the point is there, but with Jeff's thing off the screen, I think at some point, the counter argument to that is brought up, saying, no, the DK rappers tell Cranky to do something and then he does it, taking it to the fridge specifically. But I don't know about that, because if you ever listen to an old 90s hip hop song and it says raise the roof, you will do that also. It's not like the guy's specifically talking to you. You're going to raise the roof.
Well, maybe it's a recording.
That doesn't mean the guy's in the car with you.
Well, isn't the headcanon for Chad that it's a music video being recorded, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be a music video recorded after the events of Donkey Kong 64.
All right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of reminds me, your anecdote. Hey, you know the song "Hey Ya," pop, 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 pop. Hey ya, and then at one stage he goes, "Hey ladies, yeah, dude, let's break it down and something."
Yeah,
yeah. It kind of reminds me of the same concept. That's all I wanted to contribute to that.
Oh, fantastic! Pine or Pine, as I've decided to call him starting now. Pine says that accepting Rare's word of God as or like he's saying that it's not right to accept Rare's word of God because they just love fucking with the fans and they can change their minds at any time. What do you think about that?
Well, in my opinion, so what are if they're fucking of us? The thing is that so what they say is the word of God. Like in the Bible, for instance, God happens to do a lot of things to people, and I'm sorry.
Where is this going, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
is it a theme park related thing?
that one Bible story where with David or something, I don't know. When he kills.
Okay, let me try to finish your thing. Let me try to finish your thing because I think you might be onto something, Mametchi.
Okay, so
in the Bible, God fucks with people.
A lot of stuff happens. Like that one story where God and the devil make a deal or something, and they screw up someone's life for the entire thing. And,
yeah, Job.
See, the thing is this. He doesn't lose faith in God because he's doing all these horrible things to him, like killing his sons and daughters and his wife and ruining his life. He doesn't lose faith in God. So just because they're messing with us doesn't mean we should lose faith in them.
Right.
Beyond that, I would say, sure, and let's use the Job analogy. God fucks with Job. Job can't just be like, no, he didn't actually die. God's just fucking with me. God definitely killed Job's son. And God is fucking with Job. It's just that it makes it true. Like, if you can say that Rare's just fucking with us, but that would mean that Rare is making it true, you know?
Okay. Let's bring one thing in. One of the things I've never understood from the Bible was the whole story about some lad being swallowed by a whale.
Right.
Because the way they portray it is he lived inside a whale's stomach, but just lived in there like he would live inside a hut.
Well, we're doing that right now, aren't we?
Yeah, but really, no, we're currently outside Style and Clanker. We're currently on top of him. He's had to clean out the Kremling, so we're currently in the cavern, just looking out. It's a bit bit musty. Anyways,
Think he can hear me from here? Hey, Stall and Clinker, how you doing?
yeah, he's all right.
Fantastic.
So the thing is, I asked some people of faith what they thought about the story, and the best answer they came up with was, you just gotta have faith, man. it's like, I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense at all. So unless Milo can come out with an explanation other than faith, I wouldn't take the word of God as being too true. But then again, Cobble does say that Kirkhope is a fan of the DKU and has earned the word of God power. So perhaps something about earning the ability to be the word of God is entirely a different kettle of fish. Lee Loveday has...
Kettle of fish?
Sorry. Well, Lee Loveday is God. He's provided a lot of information, and it's clear that Grant Kirkhope is God as well. So any random Dick, Joe, and Harry in Rareware might try and say, oh yeah, Bavina is word of God. But
no, hang on. Ed Bryan is pretty high up.
Yeah. But has he earned the ability to have the word of God power? So you might want to make a distinction about that.
I mean, he did though. Like Mumbo Jumbo exists because of Ed Bryan.
Does he? I don't know.
Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo was created by Ed Bryant, and all those characters in Tooie that he's saying are now part of his children's story apps were also his. I think they were created by him.
Here's the thing. There's a difference between making a joke on Twitter and actually making a proclamation.
So you have to do it on Facebook for it to be official?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if there's actual serious intent, then sure. But if it's a joke, then that's one thing. Plus, we've got to, again, Ed Bryan doesn't own Bovina, and so there, you've got to.
Yeah, but Nintendo would own the GK Rappers. It's the same thing.
But the GK Rappers only exist as a concept within the minds of Rare.
Yeah,
Nintendo doesn't own any characters called the DK Rappers.
They own the DK Rap. So wouldn't they have to?
Yeah, Chad also says in the thread regarding legality that the legal side of things don't really matter. As Hyle is saying, it's more the developer intent. If the developer wants to be cheeking...
They matter to an extent, but that's a long-winded argument that we would have to have. Like Rare, like Playtonic couldn't just like put a gorilla in a tie in Yooka-Laylee and say, it's Donkey Kong, and have it look nothing like Donkey Kong. It's
unless Nintendo lets them, which might happen.
And now unless Nintendo lets them, yeah. Which, well, we'll see. Who knows? But it's a long debate we have to have, and hopefully we can weather the storm. You say what would shut down the DK Vine forum? This might be the event that does it.
Oh gosh.
And I just wanted to say that I've been playing the devil's advocate for most of this. I'm pretty much on the side of Hyle right now, where I think it's definitely time to wait. What's a few months of waiting for a more definitive answer when we're going to have years to discuss this afterwards? And in the end, the GK Rappers probably will make this DKU. But there are a lot of facets to this argument that are very interesting. So I've been trying to give life to those throughout the episode.
And that's why I don't want to shut down debate, because this is the stuff we should be thriving about. The debate is awesome. This is what makes it fun for me. Like, if we just shut down the debate now and just give in to absurdity and without working for that absurdity, we have to earn the absurdity, is what I'm saying. And I don't feel like we've earned it quite yet. We've got to draw this out for several more months and like destroy a lot of friendships and relationships. And then only through those blood, sweat, and tears will we say, yes, the DK rappers are DKU.
Actually, speaking of destruction of friendships, it seems as though Chad and Jeff are on a bit of a tenuous. Their friendship is being tested by this. Do you want me to read the full transcript?
Okay, so Scraps, you're Chad, I'm Jeff.
Okay, so I'm going to use Chad's voice as if he's still sick from E3.
It's just been an argument that's been going on for months. And the frustrating part...
Chad's Donkey Konga too? Oh my god. It was you all along, Chad.
And the frustrating part is that everyone agrees, but keeps playing devil's advocate for strange reasons. I've just grown tired of making the same defenses and the same laps around and around this one. I've run out of metaphors and synonyms. I've exhausted my passion for this topic. So seriously, carry on the is Yooka-Laylee DKU conversation all you want. I tried to have fun interpreting the rules in a somewhat weird creative way, but it got a little more than scored. So for now, I'm bowing out.
Everyone agrees? That's obviously not true. If you don't feel like debating it, that's fine. But plenty of people disagree out of more than just playing devil's advocate. I have voiced my displeasure with your reasoning more than once. If you don't want to engage, that's fine. I don't particularly feel like defending myself either, because we obviously aren't going to get anywhere. But I very adamantly think that the reasoning is bullshit, even if it's the fun choice. And your passive aggression doesn't make it any better of an answer. Go ahead and guilt me over for trying to ruin your fun, but fuck, I'm not Manfrog or Koopal. I live and breathe this stuff, and I have been at the forefront of every debate since I joined. I know exactly what the fun entails, so I take offense to your attitude over the whole affair. You don't want to argue about it? Well, that's understandable. But you don't have to be present, or you don't have to present this condescending stance that anyone who disagrees is fighting creativity and fun. Your tone isn't just that you don't feel like having the debate, it's that everyone else is ruining it for you just on the grounds that they don't agree.
Jeff, as you're the staff, I appreciate you come to me privately.
Tone it down a little. Tone it down a little.
Personally offended by anything I've said. That way we can work through any miscommunications or misunderstandings and not broadcast that messy process for all to see. For the record, I'll never suggest your opinions are less valid, nor that you're anti-fun or anti-creativity. That's absurd. And I'm sorry if what I said could be read that way. I'm frustrated that heels are dug in and conversation doesn't seem to be making any progress. The post was about me and my frustrations. Fuck you, Jeff. So,
Jesus.
Well, we should hang on. You're quoting someone, so we really should note that Chad did not say "fuck you, Jeff."
Yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't read that part. Did he really say that?
He did not.
I was like, do I have to really smooth things over that much?
If I could just comment for a sec, oh dear, I gotta admit that this, when I first read this, I was kind of, I was kind of going, oh, what the hell's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just that at the end of the day, this isn't really a thing to get like super angry about. Like I know we're really into this, but it's not like when it's not like when on the forums when Rock posted the I stand with Phil thing on the topic about the gay marriage legalization, which I fully support because as I do support gay marriage for reasons.
How the fuck did this go? Well, speaking of gay marriage, that got broadcast all around the USA, and so did the argument in a way, didn't it? So, yeah, it's interesting, but who knows whether or not this will reduce Jeff's status from being staff to just another common forum member.
No.
Resign for a bit before?
He resigned for a bit, yeah, and then he decided to come back after.
No. Jeff stepped down from being able to moderate on the forum, but he was still a staff member.
What does he do exactly? Sorry, what does he do?
He writes stuff, doesn't he? He's a writer.
Jeff makes his own path. He's a vagabond.
He doesn't do anything. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
No, Jeff's actually busy with university at the moment. He's a busy guy. The rest of us, we're just burnouts who have a lot of free time on our hands. So
fair enough.
I can't wait to be one day. A burnout, that is.
No, well, you went on this show, so you're kind of you kind of been chucked out of the listing for staff members.
Sorry. Oh no, I never had a chance with that. Whether or not Hyle thinks I do. I just do have a chance of graduating college and then burning out of my whole life.
No, right.
That one seems right on track.
All right. Well, there you go. All right, lads. Let's go into our infamous quotes racetrack in a budget podcast. Woo!
Wait, is this like a Top Gear thing?
Yes, it is. Hyle, you're up for the infamous quotes racetrack in a budget podcast.
Woo! So I actually have to say. Wait, you're saying I actually have to say this stuff really fast?
You have to say this stuff really fast. Are you ready?
Wait, whoa! I have to read these quotes because these are like the worst quotes from DK Vine's forums history.
That's why it's called the infamous quotes racetrack in a budget podcast.
Woo!
Yeah!
Oh my god! All right.
Here we go. So I'm going to time you. I'll have
give him a practice read through first.
All right. So you have a practice read through.
I don't need a practice read through.
Okay. So as soon as I say go, you start saying all the words, and as soon as you start saying stop, I'll stop the time. Okay?
So I have to say stop.
Yeah, you have to say stop. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Wow. Phew.
1.
Right. I'm nervous.
2. Go!
I just read to bear, the police are coming. Oh my god, help me. Fuck Nintendo, fuck Sakurai, fuck Brawl, fuck everything related to them. As fucking Earth 4 being canceled all over again. I fucking hate these idiots. I literally want to see them die. As Steven fucking you to the ass, you pretentious little cocksucker. Stop!
Nice. That is a new record. That is 9.8 seconds. Now,
wow.
I'll have a listen to it, see if you missed any words or didn't pronounce any of them properly. But it looks like and you get like a half-second penalty if you haven't pronounced the word properly, or a full second if you missed a word. So
you could have told me this ahead of time, Scraps.
No, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did a pretty good job. So we'll see. You might actually beat Saf. You might be number 1. So congratulations. Yeah. All right, lads. So we're standing out here on Clanker's back, and it's a nice dank cavern, but
it's super dank, man.
I wish sometimes something would happen around here. Oh wait, holy shit! What the fuck?
Oh my god!
It's the alarm.
Oh my god!
What are these alarms? What the hell?
Oh my god, what?
Oh shit!
Scraps, I'm scared. Hold me.
The roof is opening. Holy fucking shit! And so is Clanker's back.
Oh my god, Clanker, stop! What is happening?
Doomkong was right the whole time.
Oh no.
Can we ask Clanker about the DK rappers? Maybe he has an opinion.
Clanker, are the DK rappers canon?
He doesn't know.
Oh, he seems busy.
But he's saying something about a Crimean war having just started, and they're about to go at war with the Kremlings.
Oh god.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
We'll be here for a while.
Wait, guys. There are all these clankers just fucking emerging from the sea. There's a
multiple
whole fucking
clankers.
army. Oh my god.
Clankers there's a drone?
It's not an actual character. There's many of them.
Whoa!
Holy shit. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Really going to affect his chances in the Hall of Fame next year.
All the walls have now submerged and we're now moving, lads. We're in the open sea. We're moving towards wherever they're fucking going.
Yeah, wait, what's that? What's that? Do you see that on the horizon?
Yeah, what is that?
It's kind of pyramidal. I can't really make it out.
Why?
This has been produced by
STD
and
Rule 34 Productions.
and
HYLE
and
MFWolfe.
and